Dear subscribers and followers, welcome again to this video in which I will be speaking about one of the most important tenses in English and in other languages, the past simple tense. Now, if you want to speak about the past simple, how do we form it and when to use it and how do you know that you need the past simple at that moment? Let's follow this video and answer all these questions. So the first thing we need to know is the structure of the tense. Now, the structure of the past simple is very simple, of course. Now we have the subject plus the verb in the past plus the complement. So one thing you need to know is that the verbs in the past simple are divided into two types. One verbs that are regular and other verbs that are irregular. Regular, they follow a rule, they follow a specific rule, which we will see, and irregular verbs that don't follow any rule. Okay, let's look at the regular verbs. Now, if you want to make the past simple for the regular verbs, all you have to do is to take the infinitive of the verb and add an ed to the base form, like walk, walked, play, play, played, talk, talked, etc. So verb plus ed. It's very simple. Now, these are regular verbs. Let's look at the irregular verbs. Now, the irregular verbs, they don't have a rule. However, I've tried to divide them for you into three types. One type that changes one vowel, for example, write, wrote. Here, as you can see, the change of one vowel, I changes into O. Give, gave, the change of I into A. Okay, so the change of one vowel. Now, other verbs, they change completely. Other verbs, they change completely. Like think, thought, this is a complete change. And teach, taught, as you can see here, we just kept the T and we changed all the verb. Catch, caught, also we changed all the verb. Other categories is the category of the no change. Now, in this type of verbs, we have no change. The verb stays as it is, like let, put, and cat. So three categories that can help you a little bit to memorize the irregular verbs, which I repeat needs memorizing. So they don't have a rule, so we need to memorize them and try to put them in context sometimes so that it is easy for us to memorize them. Okay, moving on. Now, how do we form the negative? It's very simple, as you can see here. So there is no difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs when it comes to the negative. Why? Because in the negative, we put did not. So did not, which is didn't, which gives us didn't. And then we add the infinitive of the verb. So we need, after didn't, we need the infinitive of the verb that we have in the sentence. Okay? Example, he studied, he didn't study. So as you can see here, study is in the infinitive and not in the past because we already have the auxiliary didn't. Okay? Another example, I went, he didn't go. Okay? Now moving on now to the interrogative and the short answer. So of course what we need to put in the interrogative is did plus the subject, you, he, she, or it, plus the infinitive of the verb. So after the subject, we need the infinitive. Okay? Now for the answers, we use did or didn't. Okay? We use subject plus did or didn't. For example, did you buy the books? Did you buy the books? Yes, I did, or no, I didn't. So you either have a positive answer or a negative answer. Another example, did the children study? Did the children study? Yes, they did, or no, they didn't. Okay, two possible answers. Moving on now. Now for the uses. I will be speaking about two main and important uses of the past simple. The first one is to talk about actions that started in the past and finished in the past. Now, actions that has nothing to do with the present, okay? Started in the past and finished in the past. Okay, example, I didn't go to the beach last Sunday. So in this example, the fact that I didn't go to the beach last Sunday has ended last Sunday, has started and finished last Sunday, so it has nothing to do with the present. Okay? The next use is to talk about actions that happened one after the other. Sometimes when you want to speak to someone about what happened in your holiday or what happened in your weekend, you start telling him your story using the past simple. So verb after verb, they should be in the past simple. Example, I went to the beach, I met John, and then we swam together. 3 actions that happened, all of them in the past. Okay, moving on. So the last thing you need to know about the past simple is the keywords, okay? So when you are faced with a mixed tense exercise, and sometimes you get confused whether to use this tense or the other tense. The problem here is that you don't know the keywords, okay? Let's have a look at the keywords. So we have, of course, yesterday, which is pretty known, which is the most famous one. And then we have last week. Here we can replace week with last summer, last week, last September, last month, etc. A few days ago, 2 years ago, 1 month ago, etc. The other day, use it for the past also, and for years, in 2016, in 1999, etc. And then once in a time. So I did something once. Well, that's all I have in this lesson. If you still have some questions, don't hesitate, please, to put them right in the comment section below. And of course, don't forget to help me by liking and sharing this video with your friends. And I hope this video was very useful for you. Thank you, and I'll see you again in a new video.